Having a permanent residency doesn't really mean permanent. Today we're going to talk about the 5 ways that you could lose your green card. A lot of times people think that once you get your green card or your permanent residency, that means that you're done for life. There's nothing that the government can do to take it away. Fortunately, that's not true. Today, we're going to talk about the 5 most common ways that people can lose their green card. Starting with number 1 is when you vote as a U.S. citizen. Voting is a right that only citizens have in the United States. Therefore, if you as a resident try to vote and actively vote in a state, federal, or local election, at that point you would be committing fraud as trying to pass yourself as a citizen, and therefore you would have committed an offense that could lead to you having your green card revoked. Number 2 is when you actually go ahead and try to be a citizen or make yourself out to be a citizen. That could be that when you go get your license, you go to a company, any kind of government organization, or any other event where you try to actually falsely claim to be a citizen, that could be a reason for which you would lose your green card. Number 3 is when people fail to establish a permanent residence in the United States, meaning that you have a green card, but you don't really live here, you don't have a home here, you don't work here, you don't file taxes here, or furthermore, is that you leave for more than 6 months without prior authorization from the government. If you're going to leave for more than 6 months and you know you are, you need to get prior permission from the government, so you need to file and extend a form which basically will allow you to be out of the United States for more than 6 months. If you are gone from the United States for more than 6 months, but you didn't ask for permission, it better be because of something serious. You were in the hospital, you were seriously injured, a family member was seriously injured, or something like that. The 4th way that you can lose your green card is by committing a crime. Certain crimes for citizens that might be misdemeanors and really slap on the wrist for a resident could have consequences that lead to them having their status revoked. For example, some kinds of domestic violence for citizens really are misdemeanors. For residents, depending on the sentencing and depending on when it occurred, meaning if it occurred within the 5 years of you obtaining your green card, could lead to you losing your green card status. So the last subject is with regards to committing fraud. If you try to give someone your status or you try to petition for someone, you commit marriage fraud, you commit a fraud the moment you obtain your green card because you did it in a fraudulent manner. Any kind of fraud that involves you helping somebody else to commit fraud or you actually haven't done the fraud in order to obtain an immigration benefit could lead to you losing your green card. So again, having a permanent residence doesn't mean that it's permanent. You can lose it depending on certain circumstances, so make sure you're aware of these things. Number 1, because a lot of them are crimes, and number 2, because you could lose your green card status does not mean that you're exempt from being prosecuted for anything else in the future. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to leave us a comment on the bottom of this video, or you can send us a private message, or you can call us or reach out to us here at the office. Otherwise, thank you so much for your attention and have a great day.